What's up, everybody? It's Brian from USA Cards. It's a big one today. We are going fishing and pulling a big one. And also, I completed another trade. Let me talk about the trade first, and then we'll get to the catch of the day. Another trade completed. I wanted just to finalize things on the Dallas Card Show pickups. Every video, it seems like I mention that I do not, or I'm trying not to, successfully so far, I'm trying not to spend any new money. This has been going on since probably around the beginning of 23. No new money in the hobby. I've got so much stuff here that I need to, just keep liquidating if I'm going to churn it into new stuff. And it's been fun to do that, really. A good sale is right there with a good purchase as far as the feelings that you get, as far as feeling, complete and satisfied and like you made a good move, all that. The entirety of this hobby for me is buying and selling and trading. So anyway, let's look at it. So the pickups, of course, that I got were this Caitlin Clark First Bowman Refractor Auto. To this, up to now, to this point, this has got to be her flagship rookie auto. I mean, it's sticker. It's in an Iowa jersey, but it's the probably truest rookie auto that she has at this point. And I've owned two, and the reason that I'm not holding it in front of you is because it's gone. This is the second Caitlin Clark Refractor Auto Rookie PSA 10 that I've sold in the last 10 days. The first one I got for $1,800, and last week I sold it for $2,080 and netted $2,020. So I made about $220 on that sale. That was off of eBay. I was able to take that off of eBay, so that was nice. Then Dallas Card Show found one of these. The guy was, I think, just frankly tired of holding it. It's a great card, but I get it. As the newer WNBA products get closer and closer to launch, this card becomes a little bit more tricky to hold. I think ultimately this card does fade a bit. That's debatable for sure. But if it is anything like the guys, college stuff just doesn't do as well, even with the First Bowman. I think the First Bowman aspect of this card is going to help this card. But if you look at the Wemby stuff, I mean, he's got a First Bowman rookie auto, and it's definitely not the premium card for him. So I put this up on eBay. Interestingly, okay, so I had it up for $29.95, $5 cheaper than the only other PSA 10 refractor that was on eBay. So it was $29.99, and then mine at $29.95, both best offers. Well, one was also being auctioned by Probstein, and that one sold for like $26.65 2 days ago. In the meantime, the one that was just $5 higher than mine, the guy sold that in a best offer for $2K on eBay. So you got a $2K comp from mine that I sold about a week ago. You've got a $2K comp from the guy that just accepted a best offer. And then you've got this Probstein auction at $26.50. Was it shilled? I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, it's Probstein, but it's also Caitlin Clark. I think she's like the hottest thing in the hobby right now. So immediately, once mine was the only one left, I bumped it up to like $3,500 or best. And last night I get an offer from a seller with a 7 feedback, with a weird name, weird eBay handle, but he offered me $27.50. And I did the math after eBay fees. God, I'm going to net $23.50. Isn't that sad? But I tried to reach out, couldn't find him anywhere. Ultimately, I thought, if that Probstein auction was shilled, then I better jump on this and just kind of, take my lumps as far as the eBay fees are concerned. So I accepted the offer. He paid, and out the door, my second Caitlin Clark Refractor Auto PSA 10 went So she's definitely been good to me. I wish her nothing but the best. I am going to be a player on her WNBA, specifically Prism cards, once they are released. The other sales that I made, I sold this really great Mike Stevens triptych sketch. Of course, we've got the clown from It, and we've got a GPK collector with his arm ripped off. This I put on eBay for $900 or best. Most of my sketches and stuff I put about double what I want. Sometimes they sit there for a while, but a lot of times what happens is what happened here. The guy made an offer, and then I found him off of eBay, and I was able to save some fees. So I ended up selling this for $365 PayPal goods. So what, $350, $345 net on that. And then the last sale that I made were these 80s gems that I picked up when I went to see my grandmother in a buy two get one free sale. So it's the 87 Donruss Greg Maddux PSA 10, does about 200. It's the 85 Donruss Nolan Ryan PSA 10, does about 350. And it's the 89 Bowman Ken Griffey Jr. PSA 10 rookie, does about 275. So all in, last comps on these three equal up to 800. I took 85%, 82%, put a post up, and literally within, I don't know, 2 minutes it was sold. So I netted, the guy Venmoed, he Zelled me $650. And I think after taxes on the purchase, I was into these for $550. So I made $100 there. Not cards I really wanted to keep, just I knew that I had to take advantage of that 2-for-1 sale. And the buyer was happy. I mean, he got an 82% deal on 3 very liquid cards that he might be able to, make the extra 15-20% on. So all of that got me to almost even with my show pickups. So the GPK for $360, the 80s lot for $650, excuse me, and the Caitlin Clark netted me $23.50. It was a $27.50 comp, $27.50 eBay sale. That netted me a total of $3,360. I picked up the Caitlin Clark at $1,600. I can't show that; it's out. Picked up this Randy Moss at $10.50, and this Paul Skeens at $7.80. Both great cards, beautiful cards. Love these cards. So that got me to $34.30 minus $33.60. I'm left with a $70 balance. But essentially, I paid for everything at the Dallas show with the last 3 sales. So happy to do that. Now let's get on to the catch of the day. First of all, I got 2 pieces of mail. If you follow me on this channel, you know what I'm expecting. You know what's in this next box. But this one was a really great price on a Garbage Pail Kids sketch. Now, it's painted, which sometimes I don't like the painted ones because they're not as nice. If the artist isn't great with paint, I prefer, just like Copic markers or whatever. But this was only $50, and it's an official Garbage Pail Kids painted card. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to go ahead and move it into a top loader, put it in my notebook, my sketch notebook. All right, let's look at this thing. Oh yeah, this is gorgeous. Look at this, $50. Are you kidding me? Now, hopefully you can see kind of the chunkiness of the paint. Maybe you can see it right there. Yeah. So this one is by Quentin Baker. Quentin Baker's a good guy. I've done lots of commissions from Quentin, and yeah, you can tell he just threw down on this thing. It looks like part of it's painted. Looks like the fire might be markers. The background, the green background might be as well. But he absolutely destroyed this. And for $50, let me tell you, you can't go wrong. I could probably flip this and make some money, but that would just kind of be rude. It's different in the GPK world. Flippers are frowned upon. Kind of just different like that across all non-sports platforms I've seen. All right, so happy to add that. Now on to the big one. Brendan, are you watching? Brendan is my 8th grade student. Beyond that, he's a dear friend of the family. His dad and I have been friends for 20 plus years. His dad is the head of my school district where I teach, the superintendent. So we both play in a fantasy league together. We love collecting, and our kids are like best friends. So I mean, it's a special deal to be able to open this for you, Brendan. The reason I'm opening it and not him is because he lives kind of out in the boonies and only has a P.O. box, and PayPal would not recognize that as an address, and so the seller was not going to be protected unless he sold it to a PayPal verified address. I was happy to step in and accept this on Brendan's behalf. Now, Brendan is the same young man that pulled the red first Bowman True, and I'll throw a picture of it. God, gorgeous card. Bobby Witt Jr. auto. What a moment. That was 2 shows ago. At the end of the show, he bought a box of 2020 Bowman with Jason Dominguez and Bobby Witt. $700 for the jumbo box, and pulled the Bobby Red. Currently still has it. He's fielding offers. He'd like to get an all-cash offer, and he'd like to be at 22K. So I don't know, if you're in Dallas or have somebody in Dallas, I think that's, for the way Bobby's playing, 22K. So the story on this card, there's some surface scratches. That's why it's got an 8.5. Light surface scratches. We did not clean it. We did not card care it at all. We took it straight to Beckett after we pulled it. So a lot of people are telling Brendan, crack that, man, crack it and clean it, and you get a 9. He's going to hold pat. I also don't think it's his style. As his advisor, it's not my style. Once it's slabbed like that, in this situation, there's only 5 of them. I think 3 of them have been pulled, and they're all 9s. Maybe 4 have been pulled. There's a PSA 9, there's 2 BGS 9s, and then there's his 8.5. The way I see it is, it's a red. It's true. It's of an MVP type player. What's the difference of a half of a grade, really? People want to be way under comps on the last 9. The last 9 sold in May for like 26, and people want to be at like 20 and 19 on this thing. I think it deserves every bit the comp of the BGS 9 that sold for 26K in May. For one reason, like I said, there's only 5 of them. None of them have gotten higher than a 9. And for another reason, Bobby Witt has been playing out of his mind since May. So anyway, if he sells that card, I will definitely let you know, because that will be a story to tell. So Brendan shared with me that when he got back into collecting, this was his dream card, what I'm about to pull out. Of course, this player has been up and down and all around. This card at one point sold for, I think, 20K, maybe just under 20K. He got a much better deal than that on this. And even though this player is injured at the moment, I just read yesterday that he is expected to return maybe at the end of the month. And for Brendan to be able to get into a dream card like this at a time like this in the market, what a great move. Purchased off of eBay, like not on eBay. So the seller was able to save fees and get a good deal. Brendan was definitely able to get a good deal. Let's look at the throw-ins. Let's look at the padded cards. First, let me hide this. Got a Brandon Woodruff, a Rhys Hoskins refractor 35th. How about a Jesus Sanchez, Stadium Club rookie. A Keegan Aiken. Those are all sleeved up. Brought to you courtesy of Chief Wahoo Sports Cards. Look him up on Instagram. He also has a website. Fair seller, great guy, and he threw in some Topps Chrome. Are you ready? Brendan, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Wow. Look at that. That's a big fish, guys. That is a big fish. Of course, I'm going to do what I would do if it were my card. Brendan can do what he wants to do when I hand deliver it, which, Brendan, get with me on how you want this. I know you want it today. I know you do. I know you want this in your hands. Good God Almighty, look at that. I'm just proud to be holding it. Of course, it is a Gem Mint Plus. Mike Trout, 2011 Topps Update Diamond Anniversary. Look at that. Dream card acquired. It's a great day in the hobby. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. See you on the next one. Till then, bye.